specialists in dealing with either of those two big ultimates, right? There's no ABBA, there's no Tidehunter even. We're not looking at some Weaver or something to scramble the egg, right? It could be problematic. That's all I mean.
Yep, and once again, Nature's Prophet is just going to place the wards down. Enemy smoked up, so they're not gonna be able to be seen by this ward. They're also placing a ward down. One of these wards is gonna get the ward
For sure. And it looks like they're gonna be able to make a little bit of a sneaky move here.
First look.
Lord, first point there on the wind run, as he is going to be able to avoid the potential lion stun. And it seems like with that, I don't think we're going to really get too much action here, pre-horn. Plenty of tips all over. Roger and solo, Ramses and solo. Good old lads together here. Shame for them to meet here in round 1 of the lower bracket, as of course only one of these two teams is going to be able to move on to face off versus Na'Vi in the next round. Do you have any predictions, Winter, on who's going to win this? At least this game we'll go with. What do you like? Which draft?
Radiant draft, Ramses. Okay. Like the Omni Knight. I'm a fan of the Omni Knight carry now. I've been converted.
Okay, and solo will have their rune denied in their face by Yamich.
So 2 runes for Dire and 1 rune for Radiant. Not the worst. Probably won't change a lot of the laning phase. I think looking at the core-to-core matchups, I feel like top lane, Nature's Prophet and Wind Ranger. This lane, it's not as scary as I feel. Maybe you're gonna need like one point in the reactive armor. Sometimes I feel like Timbers ignore the reactive armor too much. Some lanes I think you should get at least 1 point to be able to survive in it. There's a lot of players who have been just maxing the Whirling Death and the Timber Chain. I think the first one who started popularizing it is Whisper when he went to OG.
Yep, the Whisper Saw build.
I feel like some lanes you should definitely get it.
You think this is one of those lanes?
No, it's a lane against 2 range heroes. I feel like 1 point has a lot of value.
I mean, I certainly see that.
They're taking a lot of right clicks. I mean, he got a slight buff, I guess, this patch. I mean, the thing is, it's very hard to balance it out. Sometimes you feel like you just want to be all out aggressive in the lane with your skill build, and you feel like if you commit 1 point to the armor, it's gonna reduce your kill potential in the lane by a whole lot. And the armor doesn't really help you stay in the lane by making it impossible to kill. You're still killable, you know, with 1 point, and you don't really want to go 2 points in the armor.
Well,
it's tough.
Tricky situation. I do wonder what he's going to go. A lot of times, right, you just go between the Timber Chain then and just look for kills, play very hyper aggressive in the face. Still lacking the experience right now for level 2. But it is a little bit low here. We'll see when Dark Lord wants to get that first point in the Shackle. We'll probably see a little bit of action as it's on Terrace, who is going to be in a bit of trouble. Ramses is forced away from the creep wave for just a second. That spear.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yamich is being very annoying here on the line. He's denied a bounty rune and killed a courier here thus far. I'm sure he will be given some special targeting for that later on. And Kasane agrees with you, by the way, Winter. At least in this lane, he feels like that first value point here is going to be pretty worth it. They did increase the max stacks from 10 to 15. That seems to be probably having something to do with that, as Yamich, with his own Quelling Blade, is going to be able to get himself out of the trees just fine.
Yeah, it's just going to allow him to stay in the lane. And I think it's really important that you give your supports a little bit leeway of running around, just picking up runes and just figuring out what they want to do on the map instead of like, oh, I have to worry about my core not being able to sustain himself in the lane. You know, he needs me all the time. And at 1 point in armor, it's definitely going to be really helpful for him. And Lotus Rune is going to be picked. I mean, Lotus is going to be picked up by Yamich, so he's going to be able to give it to the Timber.
Of course, he's got that Get Out of Sprout free card, basically. Does cost him a little bit of mana, but nothing that he's not going to be able to sustain. All right, so far strong starts for 9 Pandas, I would say, in this top lane. They are keeping Kasane at bay, but with this Wraith Band, the reactive armor now, and the Lotus and stick charges, he's still actually quite healthy. And again, gone are the days of NP solo 1v2ing. Lion, this time around, is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Of course, given that he's still against 2 ranged heroes, he is struggling a bit, but so far so good for him.
The seeds of fortune.
Solo's going to be able to secure that bounty rune. This might put Kiyotaka. Nah, he's fine. 2 points in the skewer as well. Should really be in no danger. That's the water.
Yeah, he just
rune.
wants to make sure Magnus doesn't get a bottle refill, but he's gonna still get the water rune here, so it's fine. He still has his bottle.
Yeah.
Popped up for a bit.
That was a pretty cool skewer as well. Just far enough to put Solo on the cliff to make sure he was outside of deny range. Just taking a quick look at this bottom lane. I mean, Omni's such already a strong laner here. He's got 201 build, expecting 404 for him. Boots on the way, just the boots of speed, but into the phase boots. So standard stuff here. And the Phoenix probably going for a Fire Spirits build. It's nice. I like to see it.
Just can't wait for this other regions to actually maybe experiment with this Omni carry. Feels like a hero that might actually just catch fire, you know, when there are international LAN events and teams are just playing against each other. You might see like the hero get more popular.
Do you prefer the Omni or... Oh, Dark Lord already bullied away. Oh, and Kiyotaka is ticking down a bit, TPing away. The Shadow Strike is not going to be enough damage. He is just fine. Do you prefer this hero in the carry or mid position, do you think?
I think carry right now feels strong. Antares just took a bunch of damage on the bot lane.
Do you think...
Because he needs to get to like his items. The thing I don't like about him being mid is like you're not gonna rotate and use your levels as well. You're waiting to react.
Solo is here,
So
and that's going to be first blood for Antares, as they will rotate on extra heroes to guarantee that kill. Plenty of damage and tanking a little bit there from the neutrals, certainly not helping. Approaching the 6-minute mark now. Solo's already TP'd down bottom. No, so far, there's a level 6, and Einkred's holding the skill point here, but does actually really lack the mana, especially now that he's being mana drained. Short little skewer here, but no RP, because he's only level 5. Einkred, good damage now onto Yamich. Should be able to secure himself this Invis rune. Effective for the refill. Oh, but they still actually have the damage from It's Roger who connects on that last Fire Spirit to guarantee the kill, even if the Invis was active. Nice job.
Yeah, I mean, well played by the Team Liga supports, making sure that the corp pays the price for the rune. I mean, the lane is actually going pretty decently for the Magnus, even though he was forced to TP back all the way to base previously. You know, he is even with the corp right now in terms of CS. I mean, not even in denies, but at least in last hits. And looking at the carries, the Wind Ranger is having a pretty decent time, but Timber with that 1 point in the armor, he's holding his lane pretty well. 37 last hits to the 34 of the Wind Ranger. And Omni Knight and the Mars is also pretty similar, you know, 39 on Mars and 32 on Omni. So I think both the side lanes are going fairly well for both sides.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Quap getting a little bit of alone time with the tower here. We'll take care to see if she's going to get RP. They missed the stun to land the RP. That means there's going to be a free blink away following that. Not the prettiest play, unfortunately, from Liga. I'm sure they're just still kind of coming together and learning the comms and everything like that. A little bit unfortunate for them to have whiffed on that. Omni doing just fine here. It's coming out of the lane fairly even, just 1 kill apiece. They're going to make a play now for the Timber Saw top lane, but he's already up to level 6. I mean, that's the thing with this Timber, right? He does eventually get his skill points, and then he's doing tons of damage now using those wand charges. Really looking for a kill here on the Dark Lord. They get the shackle off of talking about Yamich from the side. He's going to be able to land that Earth Spike and guarantee the kill. Solo may not be out of this one either. Does have 8 stick charges, and the Fairy Fire, as he will live for now. Alberca TPing from the bottom lane into the trees is not going to be able to quite catch up, however, so the Timber's aggression will go unpunished. This also leaves no one in the bottom lane here currently.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really, really big deal. So is the Wind Ranger going to TP bot right now? And Reese playing like the dangerous side of the map. So he's still gonna TP top.
Anchored was really chasing for this kill, really wants to get it, and well,
Radiant's
I
middle
don't know.
tower
Did you
is
catch
under
that,
attack.
Winter?
No.
Okay.
Was he like trying to finish off the
He
Timber?
was. Yes, he was. And he
Radiant's
tanked
bottom
like
tower
4 or
is
5
under
tier 2
attack.
tower hits. Tried to
Radiant
hit him with the
structures
Sonic
are
Wave with the
fortified.
DD rune active. However, he was skewered, so the Sonic Wave missed. And then the Timber Chain also allowed him to avoid it, hence the tip. So, not one for the highlight reel there for Aincrud, unfortunately. I think that's...
Yeah, and bot lane, Roger tried to go onto the Mars and he dove in and Solo came in to kill him.
Well, Burko's going to be just fine from there. Not seeing too many big surprises. Otherwise, it's still Timbersaw on top in terms of net worth. Not too far behind is Alberca. Followed by the 2 carries and the 2 mids still pretty neck and neck. Missing that ulti is going to hurt a bit, but... Excuse me, I suppose it kind of makes up for the whiffed RP as well, doesn't it? Antares going to try and live here, but he doesn't have a life drain, only the blood grenade to keep him healthy. They will be able to trade support simultaneously as top lane. Darkblood doesn't find the shackle I think he was looking for. Will persist here with the wind run, giving chase, but it's kind of a hopeful kill now. Even it's got just too much armor there, quite frankly, without the Maelstrom online to chunk through him.
Yep, and also having that Wraith Band I think very, very helpful. I mean, Wraith Band is literally like one of the best laning items of Timber right now.
Is under attack.
It's so weird, like the Dota we are watching right now. You see like Nature's Prophet with Wraith Band, offlane Magnus have Wraith Band.
Radiant's
Just a
bottom
very value
tower
item.
is
Back in the
under
day we
attack.
used to have you know, the buckler. Every time you see a support or someone have an empty slot, they'll just buy a buckler. And now you just get a Wraith Band.
Now I feel like if you have an empty slot, you just buy like...
Radiant's bottom tower is
Raindrop.
under attack.
Yeah,
It's a
Raindrop's
raindrop,
pretty good.
Wraith Band, Wind Lace.
Hurry my fool.
Might make a play for top lane
should
now
not have
with
an
this
empty
haste rune.
slot.
Kiyotaka gonna be shackled. That was a most interesting shackle angle, and Solo, persistent as ever, refuses to ever cancel a teleport. He's gonna be killed for
Is under
that.
attack.
Once again, I
The man is committed.
think
The man is
I think
committed.
he's unbound his stop key.
Radiant's bottom tower
Like every
has
time I
fallen.
decide to go in, there is no turning
Dire's
back.
top
Right.
tower is
It's
under
either you go
attack.
with me or I die alone.
Right? It's a fun way to play Dota. Spirit Breaker, but you can never cancel a charge.
He should just play Spirit Breaker.
Honestly.
It's a good idea. I think the hero has some potential as a support, since they nerfed down like the core aspect of the hero.
I'm happy for a few patches of no Spirit Breaker personally. I can't say I quite miss him.
I agree. That hero has been broken for far too
Another
long.
RP? No, not quite. Anchored fairly low on the HP, but does blink away in time and retains those 18 wand charges. There's a smoke now. Pandas may decide to try and look top lane for a kill onto the Timbersaw
And
here.
the corp is like almost dead. 30% HP. Bless you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to avoid having that come through on the mic. Pardon me.
No worries. It happens. And 12-minute rune. Ironcrad really wants to get his hands on the rune. Picks up the arcane
Dire's
rune.
top tower is under attack.
The
Dire's
smoke
turret
is still
has been
active. They're
killed.
looking for something, and maybe the Phoenix is going to end up falling here, but a nice Icarus dive away means he is just safe and sound for now. Both teams really content to just keep farming up a little bit. Looks like Mag, he's, about to finish up his Blink Dagger. Lots of gold stored up as well here for the Timbersaw. He's going for a Blink as well, so we're going to have a dual Blink into what? Into a Mars Blink, and then probably the Maelstrom. It would seem here for the Windrunner are going to be our next big items. Quap's just bought out as well. Yeah, the Witchblade is completely finished. Still no Boots of Speed on the Queen of Pain. We do see a smoke move now from L1ga. Looking for the
Radiant
tower
are
now.
scanning.
This is going to be the Blink Dagger reveal for Kiyotaka. Gonna actually blink up and head back down bottom. Where there is Alberca just hiding in the trees because his map is basically completely dark. He doesn't really see a whole lot going on after he's captured the tower, so he's
Dire's
choosing to play very
structures are
carefully.
fortified.
Yeah, everybody knows something is up, you know. Look at how they are playing. So defensive, and his team is all gathered and huddled around top. They're expecting the Magnus to actually be at top. But at the same time, because there are a lot of vision around the area for Team Liga, they are very, very certain of what's happening on the top area. And Antares gets a round of spells from Timber, and he's almost dead. I mean,
Such is life on the Pugna. There's a TP from Solo. They're going to try and find the Phoenix, who has Icarus dive.
Dyer's
I
courier
don't think Egg
has
would do him
been
too much
killed.
good.
I mean, because he
Lion,
used the TP,
Snipe
he
the
won't
Courier.
have,
That's pretty
he
big,
won't have
though.
TP for the Wisdom now.
That's the Maelstrom Courier that was killed for Dark Lord, so he's not going to have that for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's very annoying. It's definitely going to affect his farm a little bit mid lane. Alright. I thought something was about to happen there, but both teams are just posturing around, just very worried of overstepping their boundaries here. Because they are very certain that if you try and go commit on a hero, you don't kill, the blink from Magnus is just gonna mean big RP and a fight lost.
The blink, yeah,
Arena?
from the Mars is going to be next as they impale him onto the wall. An easy kill here onto Kiyotaka. Looks like he was trying to line up a skewer in his dying moments, but can't do much about that. Yamish will be forced back. That will be the mid-tier 1 tower, almost certainly going down. Here's Ramses, though, in the vicinity, does not have GA, does not have a skill point for it either. See what he can really hope to do, maybe looking for the deny, and has it fairly
Radiant's middle
easily.
tower has been
However,
denied.
the Phoenix now in some trouble as the
Oh,
rebuke.
that was a nice try.
Yeah, I think it
He's
missed.
trying
though,
to
didn't
use
it?
the rebuild.
That will interrupt the Icarus dive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Amar did that in ESL1 Kuala Lumpur, so a few months ago. 1 month ago.
Who's TPing then? This is an eager TP, and well, actually, I don't know who wanted to go for who. Einkred is gonna missed on the RP there, the blink away in time, and Einkred is gonna be safe and sound. Not the best RPs this game so far from Kiyotaka, but it is the warm-up game, Winter. It's the warm-up game.
Imagine you're the coach and you're telling you, it's okay, you know, first game is warm up, you know, somebody makes a big boo boo and you're like telling you, it's okay, it's just warm up, you know. Don't worry, guys.
Would that tilt you?
Oh, I mean, it just makes me feel better. I think that's your job, you know, as a coach.
Okay, looking for a kill and easily getting one actually here. There's no Arena of Blood for 5 more seconds. Ramses at the ready here. Does actually have GA this time around. The 9 Pandas bringing the numbers here into this fight. Ramses self-GA now. The spear into the arena, but they have the egg down. However, surrounded by 3 enemy heroes, they will be able to take it down. And it's going to be 3 dead for Liga. Kasane, he just might be next. We'll see if they can get eyes on him now. You know exactly where he is. Spear is going to catch him. Einkred waiting for the Sonic Wave, trying to save it and does not have to use it. Big team fight victory there for 9 Pandas, who take a 4 versus 4 fight, end up taking it pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, the Magnus wasn't here, doesn't have RP, Mr. RP. Felt like they are definitely gonna need to play around the Magnus a lot more. I mean, the rest of them are not as strong as they think they are. I mean, the only thing visually to be able to protect the egg is the RP.
Did you see like the TP effects or something like that? Stun will cancel.
Solo's dead.
His TP. Yeah, he's very dead. Funny enough, the one that had the Quelling Blade there was Yamich. Solo, again, will be cut through with thanks to the Lion, Blood Grenade, Spirit Vessel.
Still trying to kill the lion, man.
Dude, look at the little
oh, they got him.
He's gonna go down.
Oh boy.
Unbelievable on Taurus. Yeah, there's going to be the Echo Saber online now as Kiyotaka. This time he's got RP, but no chance to use it actually. From behind, Alberca is here. Does have that Arena of Blood in 10 more seconds. Ramsey's actually thrown right on top of Dark Lord, and now with the Maelstrom delivered, GA will not do a damn thing for him. He goes down. That's a massive kill here. 3rd death now for the carry Omni Knight as the spear stops the charging Rhino. Very good. I guess he's technically a Magnetar, but whatever. He's like a Rhino, isn't he? Burka, it's open season for him. And, well, he's missed the spear completely. That may condemn him here. No, he is just fine. 9 Pandas, they're really getting away with things here.
Yeah, getting away with murder. They got 2 kills for free. Everybody got out except for Solo, but it's Solo's job not to get out. You know, he's just there to bait everyone in. They think that they already killed the Nature's Prophet. You have a 4v5, but you've already used your important spells to take out 1 hero. Solo has done his job. It's just something about solo, you know, you just watching him TP around, throwing blood grenades, tanking everything. It's working out for them this time. I mean, yesterday there was like a game when he actually did it and it didn't work out for the most part in the early game. He refused to stop doing it.
Ooh,
That's
this
clear.
would be a nice pick off onto the Phoenix, and it is fairly easily.
Yeah, Mage Slayer done on L1ga. Big item. Very big item. Alright. BKB is going to be completed on Dark Lawn soon, so that's going to be also another big power spike for Wind Ranger. For now, without BKB, you're always vulnerable to get caught by the Lion. So you have to be extremely careful in the team fights.
That Mage Slayer online, like you said, for the Mars. Aether Lens for Antares. The next big items are going to be BKB nearly done for Dark Lord now. I think he just needs the piece of paper. And we'll also be looking for a lot of gold saved up now for the Queen of Pain. Considering the item choice is going to settle for the Ag Scepter. I think I saw a Mage Slayer in the quick buy there for a moment, though.
Well, I wouldn't mind it. Maybe he feels like he needs to actually just be more tanky. Like Axe does make the corp very, very tanky. And it does a lot of like spirit damage in
The
the
river
team fights.
here,
Yeah, Mage.
smoke breaks
Gonna
immediately.
see-
I thought he's just going
Sure.
in and immediately
Yes,
stand up.
sure.
They read up blood to follow up. It's a damn good one. The egg, though, is going to certainly force them back. But how many heroes are going to be gone already? Liga, they've lost 3. The egg, it's going to pop, but nobody affected by the stun. They're just going to let Roger flutter away, a little harmless birdie that he is in this team fight. Another huge victory for 9 Pandas. This is why I've always liked casting the Eastern European region, I have to say. When teams really start team fighting together, I think it's one of the cleanest regions that you ever see. Just the counter initiation, the way that 9 Pandas were ready for basically everything that happened there.
Radiant's top
Stroke of
tower is
brilliance,
under
really.
attack.
So good.
It's mainly the Mars like dropping. Oh, he cancelled the dive
Yep,
this time.
there
so
it is.
Well done.
Nice job, Roberto.
And the Mars has been like for me the man of the match so far. You know? 20 minutes of the game for 9 Pandas. He's been doing so much for the team, setting up fights, and catching a lot of heroes in the arena, saving his teammates.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And right now it's gonna be difficult for the Omni Knight to fight into this arena. They have to try to farm a little bit more
Radiant's bottom
items. I
tower
think the
is
BKB is a
under
must
attack.
on the Magnus at this point. He's struggling to get the RP off in the team fight. I don't think we've seen too many RPs apart from the one that missed bottom.
Yeah, I mean, we saw another one that missed in the mid lane. Well, it didn't miss, but just failed to get a kill. There's something at least. Quick little pick off onto Antares. They're going to be able to defend the small ancient stack. I think they secure their own wisdom rune.
Radiant are
So
scanning.
that's good. There is a third blink dagger being built up by Liga. It's going to be for Ramses here. So I think they're going to try blink on their cores. And then presumably one to follow on the Lion. So very mobile team. It's, I agree with your point on the BKB in particular. So far, it's going to be the Harpoon first, however, for Kiyotaka is what he decides. I think it's more forgivable on a mid lane Magnus, I think, who is expected to do this a bit more, but I don't know. Maybe it's the same thing you were talking about before, right? Where it's okay, you have a Timbersaw, he can be your damage dealer. Is this is that kind of thinking correct, or do you think it's mid-mag, he needs to build damage?
I don't really feel like they lack damage. Or you have Omni Knight, Lion Phoenix. I just think that he needs to get his RP off, like blink into BKB.
Right, it's his job,
I feel like
basically.
I feel like the Echo is fine, but you don't build the whole Harpoon. The Echo is just a good item for you to help you scale and be a little bit tankier. It's good for the early game. You know, it's like a transition item. You know, you don't want to get blink and then you get BKB. You know, because it feels like you're farming so slow.
Right, so the Shadow Strike Axe is finished out for the Queen of Pain, by the way. So you're looking at a bit more damage on this Shadow Strike. It's going to be a bit painful for them to deal with. And it's starting to come online a bit more. What else? The Blink finished. The Blink looks like it's about purchased now for the Omni Knight into the Harpoon for him. So pretty much very similar item build. Fade Boost versus the Treads, and then of course the Soul Ring for the Ramses. But
Dire are
this
scanning.
Mag build and this Omni build are looking very similar. See who gets this shard.
You know, sometimes I feel like if you have too many people buying blink, it actually might not be a good thing. If you have like 1 or 2 heroes getting dagger, the other hero should get like a BKB or like a harpoon, for example. I'm not really like a very big fan of like stacking too many of the same kind of items together on a team. I think it's counterintuitive to actually do that.
See what Solo just did, by the way? I'm baffled by that move. He TP'd. As soon as the Tormentor went down, he TP'd on top of this cliff here next to the Radiant Triangle outpost, and then put down a Sentry Ward, and then proceeded to TP away. It's such a weird move. He didn't put down an Observer. Maybe he was...
Yeah, that is strange. I would agree.
I don't know. I think he saw enemies straight away, so maybe he was just going to get out because perhaps he thought the lion was on a warding mission. But just such a bold move to immediately TP into the enemy triangle when they just took their Tormentor. That's all I'm saying. It's a bold fight as well from Liga. They're trying to get one right here, Winter. They've got Harpoon finished, a DD rune now with a couple more seconds left on it. Probably won't be relevant for the fight for the Magnus, unfortunately. But 9 Pandas not willing to find themselves trapped into the Roche pit when they are facing against an RP and a Supernova. Not to mention all that AoE damage that the supports, well, basically just the Phoenix has, who did get the shard, by the way, from... I think he got the shard. Yeah, because Lion had his. Who got the shard? Oh, Kiyotaka got the shard, so he had to buy his. Well, that's less fun for the Phoenix, but it's a must-buy this game. Pandas are going to settle on taking the Roche up top. It's kind of an interesting call from them because they set up a lot of vision down bottom in hopes of trying to find a fight here. So in a way, it's a little bit scarier since they're going to be more or less starting from scratch top. For the Night Roche, they have this cliff ward here by the Stalwart statue.
I feel like they should actually contest it on Radiant. Have triple blink and Harpoon completed on Magnus. But then again, without BKB, I feel like it's not easy for him to get an RP off. So they're electing to just give it up. Near farming. I think Phoenix is TPing top. He has a
It's
veil.
too late though. I mean, at this point,
Yeah. I mean, their movements are not as quick compared to 9 Pandas right now. So it's
Ward
like
just expired, Winter, but they've seen Ramses blink up here at the
Dire's
very
middle
least.
tower is under attack.
Ramses now with his own fresh harpoon. Who's next to purchase their item? Dark Lord and Antares are going to be pretty close here. Going to be Gleipnir for, of course, the Windrunner. Antares saving up for his own 4-staff. One day he'll be able to afford one.
Dire's middle tower.
You know, he's saving up his allowance ever since he's been a little child.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Come on, not everybody's gonna get that.
I don't expect anyone to, really. It's kind of a joke for you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You know me well.
Uh-huh.
That deserves a roti canai tomorrow. Roti bomb.
Yeah, after we're done, maybe we'll go to the Mamak. They'll be open.
Yeah. I miss those days, you know. After midnight, you finish your scream, everybody's mad at each other, but you just sit down in the mama. You have a drink, have a roti, and everything's forgiven.
How many rotis did you have to buy for Mushi?
A couple. Oh, Kiyotaka, he got a pick up.
That's
No roti for you, Antares.
No. No roti. BKB ready for the Mars, by the way. And still haven't really gotten to see this Ags in action from Einkred. Unfortunately for him, heading into the
Worthy tribute.
Kaya and Sanj next. I think I
Radiant's bottom
see...
tower is
Well,
under
just the
attack.
Kaya for now, actually, here for Kasane. Might opt to turn that into something else later on, later down the line.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm surprised he doesn't have the veil. You know, I actually don't really like building the veil on Phoenix. I think it's more of like a core item now.
Okay,
Skewer.
another
Solo.
yoink. Okay, but L1ga actually jumping on in. Great spear into the arena. The Phoenix Supernova is going to actually come out, but it might not make a difference. But the RP,
Oh, nice RP.
a thing of beauty. The BKBs, though, they did come out this time, but the stuns are effective lockdown and wasting the duration of BKB of Dark Lord and L1ga. Now Liga jumping in, trying to take this fight win solo. Sideline for this one, but watching it and cheering his team on as they're actually kind of winning this one. Dark Lord nearly dying there to the shard of Kiyotaka as Yamich, no way. Oh, I thought he was going to get it. It's really the Chakram that found the kill. I thought it was going to be off of the life drain, or not the life drain, actually, the mana drain, which is also life drain.
Radiant's middle tower is
Two
under
for
attack.
one trade.
It looked so good at the beginning with the RP into the egg, and then they just couldn't finish everyone because the Solid Wave was pushing Ramses away. he couldn't right click, and they did no damage or close to nothing. They couldn't kill off any heroes in the RP.
Dark Lord, this ward eventually paying off. That's just about perfect for him. Top lane as well. They will find Roger. So a
This
couple
game is
kills.
just unraveling really, really quickly all of a sudden. And they have to try to, I guess, chain their spells with the Lion. Like the Magnus and the Lion has to chain their spells together. It's not just about the Phoenix. I think they need another layer of stun after the RP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, so far their coordination is not as definitely not as good as 9 Pandas.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And they really have to get it together here, right? Especially with these big teamfight ultimates, you can't really afford to just hit on half of these. Gotta really make them count. And Kiyotaka, yeah, thinking about that one for a second, realizing he can quickly, easily turn. There is,
He didn't go down.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
did not get to the low ground. Nice job there on the rappel. I'm going to get through the arena walls. Carefully here, though, Yamich. Is he actually going to die? Curse of the Old Growth almost did something there for once. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not that bad of a shard, to be honest, but, excuse me, it's not going to really be able to pan out into much this time around.
I mean, that was like so close to a disaster. You know, he meant to scale down the low ground with the hero as well, but he was just a little bit short and nearly cost him his life.
Radiant's
He
middle
was able to be saved by Ramses on the Omni Knight there. And Solo trying to finish his pipe. It's going to negate a lot of the magic damage from the Phoenix in the team fight and the Lion. So it could be pretty impactful. And we saw in the last fight how L1ga is already struggling to do enough damage to kill heroes off.
Radiant are scanning.
And Arcane Rune, Queen of Pain, you know. This is going to be a huge deal in the next fight.
Extrosh is still some time away now, as the Aegis would have been reclaimed by now if Dark Lord had not lost it previously. Into the Orchid and Bloodthorn now as well for the Windrunner. Magnus has actually enough for BKB. May decide on saving buyback. Nope, he's going to buy out for it. What's the point of buyback if you can't land the RP? Fair enough. And Ramsey's also getting close to his BKB. Sane building up slowly but surely towards, I think that's Octarine Core, if my shopkeeper trivia serves me right. Soul Booster and Crown of Salamene.
Yes, sir. Octarine Core, so he can dish out more damage in the fights, and it's time. It is time for them to fight. They're trying to hold up the high ground here. They're expecting 9 Pandas to actually make a smoke invasion right now, but they're going the other side, going towards the bottom jungle.
Yep.
Roche is 2 minutes away, so still a long while. Solo is pushing out the mid lane. He's just making sure that all the waves are shoved. Pretty important when you're trying to make a smoke play. But L1ga team knows what's happening. They're just hugging their high ground ward. This is something that you should always do. When you're expecting the opponent to make an aggressive play, you should always choose the high ground and hug the ward there and just wait for them and defend that area.
And crucially, hide behind trees to break smoke.
Yes, sir. Solo is caught again.
Yeah, but he's a gamer. He's getting out of this one, right? Nope, not happening this time. They will at least be able to trade 1-for-1 for Sam. It just feels like a better trade, especially if it means you can get Ramses as well, basically for free. He goes down. Buyback as well from Solo. He wants back into this fight as Kiyotaka BKB'd, but still dead to all the auto attacks and all the damage coming through this one. Kasane now forced to operate his BKB. Quarter duration left on it. Einkrad actually up to the high ground, giving chase, looking for more. And almost connects on the last shot.
Whoa, he's going in.
Look at this guy. He's crazy.
This
is
guy's
probably
crazy.
too far. Another blink. The Hex. They have no more stun. Einkrad blinking into the trees, trying his best to escape. The damage is not sufficient. Unbelievable.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yamich.
Shit, how does he actually
Radiant's
blink
middle
into
tower
that?
is under attack.
I'm a fan of this thing right now. It reminds me of SEA.
Oh, Lion as well. This could be a dieback for him, and it looks like it will be. Ooh, the shard keeping him alive, but he's burning alive there to the to the Mars Spear shard. Kasane now going in is having that Vessel Charge applied. Oh no, and the Orchid onto Roger. He got no Dispel, had an egg, but was very unlikely to actually use it to any avail there. And this is probably just the game. I mean, it's getting pretty bad now. As you can see, Kasane dead to the Sonic Wave. Ironcred has just kind of TP'd back. He's ran back after he ran home. Oh, okay, Ironcred, you might have to take a little bit of a longer trip. The Blink doesn't get him off the high ground, and that is going to be all she wrote for him. However, didn't get a two-man shackle there somehow. Not like it'll matter, because you still have two other cores in the game. Dark Lord looking for another kill here. The Vessel Charge and the power shot from downtown picks him off. Another 5 heroes dead. They're kind of fountain farming them at this point, it feels like. But still, the game goes on. Liga not tapping out of this one.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be able to string together their spells, the Lion and the RP. I think that has to happen. That hasn't ever happened in the game. You know, they've always been jumped by either the Mars or the Wind Ranger so far. And you know what lesson they have to learn right now? Never initiate on solo. He's just a bait. Every time they started a fight on him, they lost every single fight. I mean, he's a very hard target to kill, you know, 2k HP with a cloak.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
And he has buyback to come back into the fight.
Well, and that's just 2 lane of racks. The top tower is still relatively healthy, but now 19k up. 9 Pandas, I suspect, are going to be very quick to make a move. Try and close out this game. You see some really big ticket items coming online. Antares, not only does he have his 4 staff, but he's gotten himself now the Guardian Greaves as well.
Who is gonna die in the team fights? Probably no one right now. Like with the partner healing everyone up, and you have a pipe on Nature's Prophet. Good luck dealing enough damage. They need a godlike initiation. Oh, BKB.
Igrud, he's got the BKB off. He's going to try and initiate here. BKB Kiyotaka, the egg is down in this fight solo. He's been initiated on. There's the RP on a 2. That's going to open up Alberca now for the Arena of Blood, but they have gotten through solo. Yamech is dead as well, but Kasane and the rest of Liga, they've got to get the hell out of here. They're already losing this fight. Roger trying to run into the river, as it's going to be another blink back here from Kiyotaka, but in trouble now is Ramsey. He's got really no choice but to try and fight through this one. GA, yeah, trying to keep himself alive there, but the Sonic Wave, sorry, make that the, well, I guess technically it's a Sonic Wave, isn't it, with the Scream of Pain, sorry, with the shard, but he's going to go down. The Queen of Pain axe really is what it is what kills him. And this game, I think, Winter, it's all but over now. Just too strong of a fight here from 9 Pandas.
Yeah, too much sustain, you know, with the Pugna and the MP. You know, running into a lot of damage usage. They don't have enough to kill off the initial targets that they jump on. And once you throw all your initiation, your RP right in,
you see that?
you don't, yep, and you don't kill the target, that's it, you know, the fight's GG.
That's gonna be it. It will be then 9 Pandas taking game number 1 over the side of Liga. Very strong game from them here.
I mean, it was really, really close in the beginning. You see, like, both teams getting farm on all their cores, but then when it came to the Magnus running around with his blink, I think he kind of got all rotated by the Mars on his opposing team. Like the Mars, he was able to find a lot more meaningful openings for them, and